You are watching my official YouTube channel, Madela Official. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe right now. Alright, to those who are watching right now, and some of you may not know that I am an army. An army is somebody who ships BTS. We have episodes here in the channel where we speak of BTS, I do unboxings, and we upload them every Tuesday. And there was one time that I uploaded something on TikTok, right? I uploaded something on TikTok. It was an unboxing of a BTS merch, one of which was very controversial. And actually, I already found out about this this merch when it came out, because it kind of blew up on social media. So of course, I'm speaking of no other than the Billboard magazine that featured BTS. Based on what people were posting, they said that the article was really bad, and they wouldn't support this magazine. So me being an army also, I what's the term? Parang, of course, I joined the cause. I did not buy the magazine, right? Again, I did not buy the magazine or the set of the Billboard magazine because, as what everybody was saying, it was really a very biased article, which kind of hit some sensitive points, right? So when I posted actually on TikTok, I received a lot of backlash. Actually, a lot of bashing, a lot of reactions. Some of which said na you're not a true army because you're supporting somebody who bashed BTS. Again, I did not buy the magazine, and people, some also told me I should throw it away, I should burn it. Guys, the pictures and the faces of the boys are on the magazine. Take away the article, the photos are amazing. All right, as what I've seen online, I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen the actual photos because I didn't open it yet, because I was kind of hesitant. But I received a lot of requests na buksan ko daw, and I will react to the magazine, all right, and to the article. So I am going to be, I'm kind of, making ipon all my courage, because I know how sensitive the army is. I am very sensitive as well. When people bash my idols or bash people whom I look up to, I get affected. So this is a huge disclaimer, guys. Please do not get upset. Do not get mad because I have the magazines. Please do not get mad if I say something good about it, because I want to be in a neutral, space. I want to be very objective. I want to be very technical. And that's how reaction videos should be. We shouldn't be biased to, since idol natin yung isang tao or isang grupo, we shouldn't be saying just positive things about it, So let's kind of be fair, all right? So you guys hold on. I will get the magazine and chill lang, okay? Inhale, exhale, all right? Walang walang toxic, walang magagalit, walang mag-unsubscribe dyan. Grabe kayo pag nag-unsubscribe kayo. Walang ma-trigger, okay? So hold on.
Ang programang ito ay rated SPG.
Alright, before you guys get so trigger happy with on the keyboards and start bashing me, I want to make it clear na we are on the same boat, okay? Army tayo, let's dapat mas manaig pa yung pagmamahal. Okay? But if there are people who's gonna bash me, what can I do? Diba? Issue nyo yan, problema nyo yan. But of course, I'm giving in to the majority of everybody's request to react to the magazines. Alright? So this set actually is there's like eight magazines. And I assume everything inside is the same. So they're all still in plastic. Of course, there's the group photo. And this one is the one with V. This one is the one with Suga. Is it Suga? Yeah. This one is RM. This one is Jungkook. This one is Jin. This one is Jimin. This one is J-Hope. Alright? So, I'm not gonna open everything, okay? So, I'm just gonna open the one with everybody on the cover. Kasi I assume pare-pareho lang naman siguro yung laman ng magazine na to. Alright? So, let's put this down. Okay, so let's open it now. Alam ko, nafe-feel ko yung mga emotions ninyo ngayon. Parang, nakakapikon yung magazine na yan. Chill. Alright? Think of your bias right now. Close your eyes and think of the face of your bias right now. Para hindi kayo ma-high blood. Alright, so this is the Billboard magazine. Aminin nyo guys naman, in fairness, ang ganda naman ng photo. Diba? The photo is really good. Come on. The styling, the outfits. Well, anyway, whatever you dress up BTS with, it's gonna look good. Kahit pa sako pa yan o karton o papel. Diba? Diba, guys? Come on. I'm sure you agree with me. But seriously, the photo on the front cover looks really good. Okay? But let's see what is inside. Okay, so it's written here, BTS Inc., the business behind the world's hottest group. Okay. So, first page. Okay, wala yan. It's wow, Billy Joel sold out concert August 2021. Tapos na. Okay, so let's head on to the part where they feature BTS. Oh, okay, so here there's they also feature them in the contents section. Okay. So, the title here is The Bet on BTS. 7 guys from South Korea never imagined they'd become the world's biggest boy band or their country's major cultural export. Now impending military service, their agency's business, and their intense fan base could make the future even more complicated. I agree. Actually, I really agree, diba? Who would know? Who would even think that these 7 boys would be a global phenomenon? Ganun naman talaga, diba? But if you believe in them, of course, at first, syempre, you would believe in them to encourage them na, go, we believe in you. And then, of course, with hard work and determination and passion and the support of the army, these 7 boys, of course, became huge stars, not just in Korea, but the whole world. And as I mentioned here, the impending military service, we still don't know because, of course, in South Korea, all male Koreans are required to serve in the military. And it's stated here that their agency's business and their intense fan base could make the future even more complicated. See, ngayon pa lang na wala pang final word on when or who is going into the military. Isa lang ba? Kasi I think si Jin is already due to get into the military. Sabay-sabay ba sila? O si Jin lang? Are they going to take a break? Are they going to, continue without, some of the members? We still don't know. Alright? So, it's true. It's going to be complicated, but of course, tayo pa ba? Army pa. Okay, so let's move on. Okay. So here is the actual article, The Bet on BTS. Ayan. Guys, come on. The photo is really good. Ganda. Ganda ng photos. Kailan ba naging pangit yung feature ng mga magazines sa boys natin, 'di ba? Feature, hindi picture. Pwede din picture. Baka sabihin nila, ay, na-blooper si Jed. 'Di ba? So, photo-wise, this one is good. Alright, and wala namang write-up dito. It's all acknowledgement kung ano yung mga damit nila, anong sinusuot nila. Ayan. Iba talaga sila. Okay, next. Okay, photos first. There's J-Hope. Of course, there's V. And there's Jungkook. Okay. Okay, you want me... let's read it, okay? We're gonna read it together, guys. Once upon a time, joke lang. All right, I'm just making it light, guys, para hindi kayo naka-high blood. All right. From far down a hallway in the New Seoul headquarters of Hybe Corporation, a crystal clear falsetto rings above distant footsteps and murmurs, singing the refrain to the blockbuster K-pop group BTS Summer Jam Butter, the longest reigning #1 single on the Billboard Hot 100 this year. As the sound comes closer, a dozen-strong posse, all wearing face masks, passes by. Until the world's biggest boy band reappears minutes later, it is hard to connect the dots and realize that the hallway dozen was BTS, flanked by 5 members of their management team. Each BTS member is so dressed down in a strikingly regular guy wardrobe, oversized t-shirts and pants, bare feet in sandals. That's their typical outfit, that they appear more like college kids en route to their dorm. They exchange banter about terrible hangovers from the previous night and the effect alcohol has on their skin, a common topic among young people here. Okay. When the 7 members, Jin and Suga, 28, J-Hope, 27, RM, 26, V and Jimin, 25, and Jungkook in the mystery hallway singer is 23, sit down and begin answering questions. However, they look and sound like the veteran pop stars they are, seated in foldaway chairs on a stage where the white surfaces bear shoe prints and other marks from a recent live-streamed appearance on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. They speak politely, eloquently, and with conviction, emanating the humble charisma that has charmed millions of fans into supporting them with an almost religious fervor. All right, so far so good. Guys, everything is okay? All right. Totoo naman. They're very dressed down when it's not a show. And that's what we love about them, guys. Kaya nga, di ba, minsan yung mga fashion nila, nasusunod natin, di ba, sa mga normal nating pamumuhay, di ba, the oversized shirts, the pants, and the sandals, ganon. Alright. We are not exceptional people. Our plate is small, says rapper Suga, the group's bookworm, using the Korean expression for lack of ability or small-mindedness. Okay, we're these rice bowl size guys getting so much poured into it. It's overflowing. V chimes in, the pressure has been overwhelming. Okay, alright, sometimes words can be misunderstood because of the language barrier sometimes. Because, of course, the boys try to speak English, but sometimes they cannot express it the way they would like it to. And sometimes people misunderstand what they say. But so far, you know, we try to understand what they say. Sometimes, di ba? Like for example, pag sinabing, there was an interview that said, tinanong si Jin na, can you go to our birthday party? He said, no. Di ba pag sinabing no, parang maiinsulto ka, di ba? Parang it's very insulting. But then, it means they cannot because they're very, very busy. Ganon. So, sometimes we just have to read between the lines and sometimes we have to just, understand what they really want to say. Kasi tayo, we know who they are, we know their personalities, and sometimes, etong mga nag-i-interview sa kanila at yung mga nag-transcribe ng mga sinasabi nila, minsan hindi sila BTS fans and sometimes they cannot get what the boys really mean. Okay? So sometimes they get misunderstood and it's up to us, ARMY, to just understand, okay? Alright, let's move on. We've been avoiding blowing our own horn since 2017 because we're afraid of payback someday. Adds RM, the rapper who usually acts as the de facto spokesman leader, we constantly think about karma. Very good. That kind of self-depreciation is, says RM, at least somewhat just part of BTS Korean DNA. It's called humility. Right? Alright, so photos over here is of Jimin and RM. There you go. Okay. Both the group and the agency are coming under scrutiny for BTS' recent chart successes, which fans of some competing acts say are achieved through concerted manipulation, antithetic to the chart's purpose of accurately highlighting the world's most popular acts. After Butter and the Ed Sheeran co-write Permission to Dance debuted atop the Hot 100, where Butter ruled for 9 non-consecutive weeks, some noted how the group's fans, known as ARMY, organized themselves on social media using tactics like bulk purchases of physical albums and coordinated digital buying to influence chart performance. Isn't it? That's how it's supposed to be, right? That's how your fans support you. So I don't think it can be called as manipulation. It can be called manipulation if you change the the data without basis, di ba? If it's legit naman talaga na billions ang nanonood sa videos at million ang bumibili ng album, it's still counted. It's not manipulation. It's how it's supposed to be. I guess that's because, the army, if you call it tactics, di ba? Like here in the Philippines, we call it kanya-kanyang pasabog. Strategy, di ba? So that's how the army love BTS. They would buy in bulk. I guess that was how I was also before. My fans would buy CDs in bulk and give it as gifts. They would, stream all my, my videos on YouTube or on social media. Of course, on a smaller scale. Billion to, BTS naman to. But that's how it is. I guess it's just because it's magnified worldwide, kaya ang daming nagre-react. Instead of being a bitter person na sasabihin yung manipulation, di suportahan ninyo yung mga ini-idolize ninyo, di ba? So instead of, even in concerts, go to concerts. Like everybody would like save up or sell stuff. Give it as a gift, di ba? It's not manipulation, all right? So I think the word manipulation is just so wrong. Okay. Both HYBE and BTS reject accusations that chart manipulation accounts for the groups a success. Dapat lang. BTS members say that they will accept that their fame will peak and at some point evaporate. After all, BTS has already outlasted the industry standard 7-year lifespan of a K-pop group. But there's always a first time. In the meantime, though, their runaway success has caused a reckoning in the industry, and whether BTS mobilization of fandom on a global scale can be sustained and possibly be replicated for other acts will not only decide the future of BTS and HYBE, but also define their legacy. Yeah, but you know what, guys? Ngayon pa lang, they've already established a legacy. If ever, knock on wood, they would, stop or decide to retire, BTS will stay forever. The name BTS, all their achievements will stay forever. Okay? Yes. Ito lang, on top of these pressures, both the group and the agency are coming under scrutiny for BTS recent chart successes, which fans of some competing acts are achieved through concerted manipulation. Hindi naman si Billboard ang nagsabi nun. Actually, I've read an article na sinasabi ng ibang competing acts. Who are they? I have no idea because I just focus on BTS. So far so good, guys. Okay? Let's move on. The band insists quitting was never seriously on the table but admits its members have suffered from burnout. Guys, it's normal, okay? Okay, normal yan. Kahit na kaming mga maliliit na artists. Compared naman sa BTS, sobrang tinga lang po kami, guys. Ako, personally, ewan ko sa ibang artist dyan, baka feel nila mas sikat sila. Anyway. Ayan, tapos aawayin na naman ako sa comment section. May nag-post kasi doon na dinilit niya naman, sabi niya nakakahiya ka. Pinapahiya mo yung mga kapwa-artists mo. I never do that. I would just do parinig but I never point it out to somebody else. Di matamaan, guilty. Ano nga?
Bato sa langit.
Bato-bato sa langit matamaan. Ouch. Ayun. Well, anyway. Okay, so hinahanap ko dito ang controversial write-up. And so far, wala pa ako nakikita. Okay? Wala pa. Virtually all major pop stars rely on a loyal fandom that will unite to buy and stream their latest release. But ARMY has taken that new norm to a whole other level. This is a result of a struggle and I don't want to overlook that, says RM of his group success, referring not to its own hours of toiling behind the scenes, but to the amount of work ARMY exerts to ensure its object of adulation stays on top of the world and the charts. Fans will do whatever they can to create a success story. Agree. Right? But just how much they'll do has recently come into question. Eto na. Through above board means, ARMY has long exploited loopholes in music chart rules, including those of Billboard, to propel BTS singles performance. Billboard's rules, for example, allow people to buy a certain number of versions of songs or albums per week, and any sales per version exceeding that cap do not contribute to the artist's weekly sales total or chart placement. For a K-pop group like BTS that typically releases multiple versions of a particular single, including both digital and physical, that can add up to multiple sales per consumer. Butter, for instance, has 6 digital versions plus 2 physical singles. On Twitter, where BTS has over 38 million followers, the fans acting on behalf of ARMY will call out for assistance in pushing certain singles on days when they can have the most effect on chart performance. Okay. Again, for me, this is an opinion lang. This is an opinion. I think it's all strategy. While other singles on the Hot 100 typically rely on streaming for the majority of their weighted points, followed by airplay and then sales, the chart-topping performance of BTS Butter in July, for example, was propelled mostly by sales, the bulk of which flowed directly through BTS' own web store, say sources familiar with the matter. That web store, those sources say, does not recognize prior purchases or limit how many copies a fan can buy, unlike iTunes, which notes when somebody already owns a copy. While other artist fan cohorts also prefer direct-to-consumer purchasing for sustained sales runs and have tried tactics similar to ARMY's, none have done so as effectively or with as much apparent coordination, those sources say. And this summer, when Butter and Permission to Dance reigned atop the Hot 100 for 10 straight weeks total, fans of artists like Olivia Rodrigo and Dua Lipa, whose own singles were shut out from the #1 spot during that time, began calling ARMY's work akin to cheating. Okay, ayoko muna mag-comment. Wait lang. On the July 24 chart, Permission to Dance debuted at #1 with 140,110 total sales, according to MRC data, with Butter falling 6 spots to #7 and Rodrigo's Good For You holding at #2. But then something highly unusual happened. The next week, Butter returned to #1, leapfrogging Rodrigo and others, and switched places with Permission, which slipped to #7. Rodrigo's fans claimed that it wasn't a coincidence. At Scrappy Seal, noting the reversal, tweeted that BTS had 0 GP or general public support. A real smash is sustained by the GP support. Another fan of both Rodrigo and Lipa's, Lipa Nostalgia, described BTS as having fraudulent ways and its fans are involved in chart manipulation and mass buying. Okay, wait lang. Okay, in my opinion, I don't think it's unfair. What can we do if the fans of a certain artist have the capacity to buy multiple albums or stay home or we're at work and keep on streaming videos online, di ba? Di mag-double time kayo or strategize, di ba? Strategize something else. If following the strategy of ARMY doesn't work on you, maybe you should also think of other strategies. Diba? So, okay. So, yun pala yung medyo nakaka-hurt nga na nasabihin sa fans na nagmamanipulate kami. I don't think we manipulate it. That's how it's being read. Diba? Binabasa eh. What if kung 1 million times kung panoorin yung video kasi gusto ko? Diba? Ililimit nyo lang to 100 times? I don't think that's fair. Diba? So, I think this part is the one that's controversial. Anyway, ARMY's crowdfunding efforts are certainly near legendary at this point. As screen grabs of account balances and bulk purchase receipts on Twitter reviewed by Billboard show, BTS fans use PayPal to pool money from ARMY around the world and make the purchases that will count toward US sales. ARMY, where are you? At Boracore52 asked in the August 5 tweet, I have enough for 448 sets of 16 PTD plus 24 Butter. Even if you cannot buy until later, please get your requests in ASAP. Some ARMY organizers then offer to reimburse other fans for purchases. The source of those funds remain unclear, and some BTS fans have expressed concern about revealing more about their methods. Feeling the need to be a bit more discreet on the timeline about what we do and how we do it. Franz Davis wrote during a funding run in early August, "It's annoying, but thanks to everyone that just gets it." Okay. These efforts have buoyed the group singles as they have sailed to the top of the charts despite BTS' weaker streaming numbers and radio airplay than some of its pop contemporaries. It's a fair question, says RM, of allegations that ARMY's work amounts to chart manipulation, but if there is a conversation inside Billboard about what being number one should represent, then it's up to them to change the rules and make streaming weigh more on the ranking. Slamming us or our fans for getting to number one with physical sales and downloads, I don't know if that's right. It just feels like we're easy targets because we're a boy band, a K-pop act, and we have this high fan loyalty. Kaya, di ba, yung sinasabi dito sa Pilipinas, pag hitik na hitik ang bunga, ikaw ay binabato, di ba? Di ba? Kung wala ka namang ganap, hindi ka babatuhin. So it means that you're doing something. There's an impact, and you are pinching a nerve of some other people or some other fandoms. Okay. When asked if HYBE itself organizes fans in any chart manipulation, Shin Jo-young, president of BTS label Big Hit Music, answers with a chuckle, "Wouldn't it be nice if we actually had the ability to mastermind such a thing?" Diba? That's the purpose. That's our purpose, to promote and to make our products a big hit. Diba? I get that there are market developments related to BTS that are head scratchers for some people, but I don't believe the US market is one that can be handily topped by downloads alone. We think the song's impact was shown in many ways, and we are proud of that achievement. Totoo. Diba? Still, HYBE appears to be doing its best to keep the BTS fandom close. It's like a ritual for us, says RM. BTS has used live streaming to connect with fans since even before its 2013 debut, at a time when people were buying the first 4G LTE-enabled smartphones. Okay, you have to figure out what is your driving force. Who supports you? What makes you popular? What makes your music popular? That's one thing that BTS has already figured out in the earlier stage of their career pa lang. Because hindi sila yung artists na inilabas na lang bigla. Tapos nag-idolize na lang kami sa kanila. They were the one.
They was the one.
They were sent into the streets. Remember, they were sent into the streets to meet the people, to distribute tickets, to distribute flyers, and then nakasanayan na nila yon, kinaugalian na nila na, parang reachable sila ng mga tao. Kaya, that's the reason why, our support and the love for BTS is very personal. So, I think that's how you should be doing it, diba? And it's not about people inside the company, like for example, mga award-giving bodies. It's not the general consensus. It's not, diba? Like, whoever decides who's artist of the year or the hit song is not supposed to be like a handful of people. Which is another issue, diba? Sa mga awards night. Yung sinasabi nila na umingay ang butter, umingay ang permission to dance dahil ang daming versions. Syempre, we would love to hear different versions. And it's still the same song. So it's counted. Counted pa din yun, diba? Hindi pwedeng, okay, eto kasi remix na to, hindi pwede siyang i-counted, ha? Bakit? Diba? It's still butter. It's still permission to dance. So, ayan. Alright, anyway, okay, so everything here is actually happened already, that they're planning the concerts, and it started already, diba? And they're going to be starting their US tour November. This magazine kasi is August 28, 2021. So it's already November. So, ayan. Let's read the last part. The 7 men's eyes light up with unmistakable hunger, just as they do every time a tour is mentioned. Nothing else, good or bad, seems to matter. We're always ready, says Jungkook. Jin remembers the difficult talks back in 2018 about BTS contract renewal and what has happened since. We were promised by the agency that they would pull out all the stops for supporting our passion for performing. I think they did keep their promise, he says. We ended up telling each other that because we worked so hard up to the point. Let's see how far we can go. I know don't know if I should say this, but we said, screw the agency, screw everything. Let's put our faith in the members and the fans and start again. Well, that's a good mindset. Somehow, the managers or your agency can only do so much. They cannot do anything if they don't have a product. But at the same time, the product can't also do anything if the management or the agency does not work for them or does not, jive with their mindset or their plans for the future. It's true when they say it takes two to tango, all right? So, kahit anong talented mo, kung hindi ka nilalagay sa proper place, nothing will happen. Same thing with, a management, kahit anong galing mong manager, kung hindi kayo nag-a-agree sa artist ninyo, sa lahat ng mga gusto nyo mangyari sa buhay, it's not gonna work. It's gonna be difficult. So, it has to be it has to be a mesh of different personalities that has to work as one. And that's how the army is right now. We may have our disagreements, we may have our misunderstandings, we may have our moments na mag-aaway-away tayo at magkakaroon ng mga rifts. But at the end of the day, we would always remember the reason why we are called Army. It's because of these 7 boys whom we look up to, who has inspired us in one way or another, who in one moment of our lives were the shining light in our darkness. So, siguro what I would always say here is keep your world small in the sense that it reminds you of your real purpose. In both ends, like for fans like us, what is your purpose of being an army? It's to support these people who has inspired you and who has brought happiness into your lives. And the same way, what is the purpose of these artists? First, of course, they want to share their talent. Same thing with me. I want to share my talent. I want to inspire people. But in the long run, it's more of affecting the lives of the people who you perform for, who you inspire, who you have touched, diba? So, it's very complicated, but then showbiz is complicated, the entertainment industry is very complicated, but sometimes you just have to stop and think of things that matter, the real things that are important to you. And that's how I see this article. The boys see what is important to them, and it's the fans. It's the fans. And the fans know what is important to them. It's the support that they give to the boys of BTS. So, if there are things that are being said outside the fandom, I think it's not the problem of the army anymore. It's not the problem of BTS. It's not the problem of the management. I think there is something wrong with the people who, question how things are run. I think naman kasi hindi naman tayo nandadaya as an army if we stream 1 million times. If I myself, I buy 10 albums, butter albums, because I wanna complete the photo cards. Choice ko yun eh. That's my choice. Just imagine, 10 Jed Madelas na lang. Okay, 10 Jed Madelas buying 1 butter album. So counted as 10 pa rin yun. Diba? Parang ganun. Gets mo? Na, it's the same concept. It just so happened na isang tao lang bumili ng 10 album. At kaya niyang bumili ng 10 album. Diba? And that's how the army is. We sit down and think of ways na how are we going to support BTS. Diba? But to be called manipulators or cheaters is unfair. I think in this article, that's the part lang siguro talaga na medyo natitrigger tayo lahat. But for me, okay, don't get mad at me ha, but based on what I read here sa Billboard na magazine, I didn't read anything that kind of hit on the race issue. I don't know, because I've encountered a lot of messages na there was racism and stuff with the article. I did not encounter anything so far. I think what the gist of the article here is explaining how BTS is exploding into a big phenomenon around the world. How they started and how they are being supported and how they are being loved. I think it's also the fans and the fandoms. So, don't fight me. I love Olivia Rodrigo. I love Dua Lipa as well. And siguro, it was taken out of context. Kaya nga sabi nila kasi si Dua Lipa is white or whatever. What's her nationality? Is she British or something? Sorry guys ha. But it wasn't stated here. There was no racial context. Oh, wala. I didn't read anything racial here. So, it's more of yun talaga being called as manipulators and cheaters. But at the same time, hindi naman sinabi na manipulators accused or being parang pinagdududahan. But then, that's how it is. That's the rules, 'di ba? Pag bumili ako ng 100 na CDs, 100 CDs counted 'yun. Kasi Hoda, bumili ako ng isang CD lang, tapos si isang kaibigan ko bumili ng 101 CDs counted yun. 'Di ba? If I stream it 1 million times, it's counted 1 million. 'Di ba? Hindi pwedeng, okay, si Jed Madela kasi ini-stream niya ng once, counted as 1 lang yan. Ano to? Text booths? 'Di ba? Eh di gawin ninyo, pag nag-stream na ako ng Permission to Dance o Butter, kung ayaw nyo nang i-counted, edi i-block nyo na ako, hindi ko na ma-stream. Diba? It's very complicated, guys. So, I think most of the reactions here in this article were taken out of context, were misunderstood, was misinterpreted, and wag ninyong basahin kung ayaw nyo. Pero maganda kasi yung pictures, guys. O, pictures na lang. 'Di ba? Ito lang naman yung nakakapagpa-good vibes sa atin, 'di ba? The pictures and their stories, their videos, their songs. Okay.
At saka din yung effort ng photograph niya.
Oo, let's appreciate na lang. Ang ganda naman Kung pangit yung pagka-photograph, doon tayo mag-react. Kaso, kailan ba naging pangit yung photography ng BTS? Diba? Alright, so there's J-Hope, there's V, there's Jungkook, there's Jimin, there's RM, there's Suga, and there's Jin. See? Ganda ng photos. There you go. Okay, so this was a long vlog, but I really do hope that this kind of shines light on the issue regarding this Billboard magazine. I don't know. I don't want to encourage you guys to get a copy and support, but I read basically everything, and it's on you already if you want to support or not. But ako kasi I didn't buy this. It was just sent to me as a gift. Again, all right. Disclaimer: it was a gift. I don't know who sent it. Yung address was like from the US, yeah. The address was from the US. So ayun, nagulat lang ako, and then when I posted it on TikTok, that's the time I got so much reactions from a lot of ARMY. Guys, hindi ko kayo tatraidorin, alright? I owe a lot to BTS, especially during the pandemic. It made me hopeful, and it gave me something to hold on to hang on to. Kaya, why would I do such a thing? And why would I fight people who love me and support me, like the ARMY, di ba? Like the real ones. Okay, may iba dyan na talagang nangaaway lang talaga. Ewan ko dyan. Alam kong ARMY kayo, pero sometimes, some people get so possessive na gusto nila sila lang. Hindi pwede yun. 'Di ba? Aawayin niyo ako kasi madami akong merch. Eh, hindi naman lahat akong bumibili, binibigay lang naman eh. 'Di ba? Problema ko ba yun kung mabait ako at binibigyan ako ng gifts? Wow! Ayan, awayin niyo na naman ako ha. Sabihin niyo naman, yabang-yabang nitong Jed Madela na to. Tapos, ay, kayo talaga. Tapos sasabihin niyo, I'm sad. Happiness is a choice. Yun lang, yung sasabihin ko sa inyo. But anyway, seriously speaking, thank you very much for watching this vlog. I really do hope that, this kind of settles the turbulence in your hearts. Kasi, ako for a while, sobra akong sobra akong na bother. Na hindi talaga ako bumili and ayoko talagang basahin din. But then, as you can see, ngayon ko lang siyang binuksan kanina and binasa ko siya. And, sometimes you just have to dive in and find out the details. Diba? Maybe ako, I interpret it in a way na on how I understand it. Maybe kayo, kung binasa nyo to, you might interpret it in a different way. So, kanya-kanya tayo. But bottom line is, we love BTS, alright? And we love each other. The ARMY loves each other. And eto na lang guys, inspire na lang natin yung ibang fandoms na maging mababait at maging supportive din. Kung ayaw nilang sumunod, sa kanila na yun, di ba? So, ang dami ko nang nasabi, siguro mga 2 days na tong vlog na to. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please guys, do not get mad at me. Please do not unsubscribe and do not fight me kasi I just want to shed light on this controversial issue, this controversial magazine na maganda yung pictures. Diba? So, thank you very much guys for watching. You guys take care, stay safe. Again, shout out to the ARMY. Thank you very much for understanding and for being there, for being consistent. For being consistent na driving force ng BTS and for being the driving force of each other ARMY, diba? So, I will see you soon guys. Take care and stay safe. Bora hey!